Okay, it says I'm live for May 11th, 2024, 8:39 a.m. local time at the KC org. And we're starting out looking at the far Scientology parking lot. I suspect most of those cars are not Scientologists. And we've got the volunteer minister van in its usual spot instead of taking out volunteer ministers to do community outreach and help the community. And here we have the main Scientology parking lot. For some reason it keeps wanting to dip down. Good morning. Here we are for another exciting audit. It's now 8:40 local time. Don't see many cars in the parking lot, but since it's the weekend, they're probably parking along the street in front of the org. Which we are now approaching. Wait. And we're about to get a walk signal. There we go. I'm going to walk over to the secondary entrance, which is actually the address of the org. Look inside, and I see they have the chalkboard tech ready to deploy at a moment's notice. And we have people waiting to get in the org. Good morning. So, let's see, that car is either, okay, yeah, this one is not the Sea Org car. We may see that show up here in a while. While we're here, let's check out the alley. See if they've cleaned up the Z News artwork from Thursday, 2 days ago. And I don't see it. Well, I see a little trace of one word right here. Let me just an itty bitty trace right there. Patty Elliott asks, do they have classes on the weekends? As far as I know, they do. Their regular hours are 9 to 6 on weekends. And the foundation org, which takes over the evenings after 6 o'clock, owns the daytime period. And it looks like we have another staff member arriving for work in uniform. Someone opened the door, so they probably, well, they haven't unlocked it yet, I guess. So it looks like we've got some staff arriving. Well, he's brave. He has the opportunity to jaywalk and avoid the SP here with the camera. See if they've activated chalkboard tech yet. No, not quite yet. Oh, sorry. It is activated. Which means they've probably activated curtain tech at the main entrance. Yeah, looks like they've activated curtain tech. Of course, since it's prior to the org opening, shade tech was already activated. Yeah, and they still have not unlocked the door yet. And I think he's staff. If I remember correctly, his name is Michael, and he's in one of the promotional videos. And here we have Mr. BMW. '87 MB. Let's see if he can glare me to death this morning. Yeah, I think he's over there practicing his glare. Good morning. Guess we can't even say good morning. Mr. 87 MB, whoever that is. Kind of walk around and see if we spy any more scientos arriving. No late arrivals at the parking lot. Nobody getting off here at this side. There's no parking as far as I know along Grand Street here, but you might see people loading and unloading. The moment I'm standing in the corner of the building out of the sun. Probably by about noon, we'll have a little bit of shade here in front of the org. But right now the sun is rising a little bit to the north, so it's in full sunlight. Now, I just had somebody pull in at the parking lot. And let's see, we had a whole bunch of Sea Org members suddenly arrive. Looking to see if we, thank you, Danny Mac. Actually, the Sea Org is not a separately incorporated entity, just the same as the choir at a Sunday observing church, traditional church, is probably not incorporated separately. And it looks like we have someone else arriving. And what do we got? 5 minutes before opening. And it was my understanding that they have muster like at 10 or 15 minutes before the start of a shift. So maybe I misunderstand, or maybe some people are late, or maybe some people don't attend muster. Okay, is that the Sea Org car? It may be. Looks like we have a little fender damage there, yeah. So looks like the same crew. P cup. I'm not seeing that comment. So good morning. So L. Ron Lyer was scheduled to do an early morning audit in St. Louis. Maybe you could stream hop between us, open up his stream and my stream in separate tabs, and look back and forth and see what's going on. Well, we have a number of people coming down Grand Avenue. They're dressed up, but I have a feeling these are not Scientologists. But I could be wrong. I'll wait and see. Maybe they're Jehovah's Witnesses. But they're a cult, maybe not as culty as Scientology. Maybe close, but they still practice the same sorts of things, disconnection and whatnot. Okay. So they must not be Scientologists. Or maybe they're going to try to, maybe they are Scientologists and they're going to try to sneak in another way. Yep, Class 5 idle morgue. They will tell you that it's an ideal org, but I think it's better pronounced idle morgue. Yeah, let me walk down that way. See if there was a car that let off the last woman who entered. And he went down the alley. See if there's any sign of him. Oh, I think that's the car. He parked in the side. Did not see him come around front. Either he's hiding behind his tinted windows or he gained entrance through the side. A little bit of a step up, but he's probably younger than me and his knees are a little better. Yep. Yeah, it looks like he snuck in through that alley entrance. Now, why did that car just take a shortcut through the parking lot? Yep, Kelly Copter. Well, let's see. Since it's 9 o'clock here, it's mid-afternoon, about 3 o'clock in London. Okay, 9:04 local time. So the staff, any staff that arrives now is arriving late or very, very early, if they're part-time maybe. It's all foundation today. So all the staff, if they're not part-time, should be here. And over the next half hour or so, we should be seeing public arriving for coursework. Well, I don't know. Danny Mac, I wish that were true. We had a number of staff walk in. I said, good morning. They just kept walking on by, went inside their org. Uh-huh. So it looks like they are doing body routing somewhere else. I'm not going to follow the up. Okay, they have a folding table, 2 folding tables. She has a red t-shirt. Maybe you can't read it on the screen. It says Dianetics, and I can't read what. Get it, read it. So, usual response when you ask what Scientology is about is read a book. Read a book. Or you could observe the behavior of the cult members and say, nah, not for me. That looks like a cash box. So they're not going to give away books. They're going to try to sell them. I don't know if the local org is having a Dianetics celebration. Looks like the old coffin dodger put on his Dianetics t-shirt. So I wonder where they're going. Starting a little shade in the front side of the morgue. JG9W2L. There's a license plate on that. It's a Chevy of some type. What is that, a Malibu, maybe? I don't know. I don't keep up with car models. So I wonder what all the excitement is. Sounds kind of hard to tell on these canyons, but sounds like it's coming from generally south of here in that direction. Yeah, they must have moved on. I don't hear them anymore. Yeah, they're bringing chairs along. if I'm counting correctly, it's hard to tell. Looks like maybe 4 chairs, 2 for them and 2 for the raw meat. Good morning, Christology. I don't think I answered your question. I don't have any inside scoop as to whether they're doing the Dianetics anniversary celebration here at the org, whether they're doing one or if they are, where it is. And it's 9:12 here in Kansas City. Not seeing anyone coming in. Saw someone drive into the parking lot behind the bar. I don't know if it's a Sciento trying to avoid me or someone who works at the bar. Kind of saunter down this direction and see if there are any new parking lots, any new cars parked in the parking lot that's a private lot owned by someone other than Scientology. Yep. Still have curtain tech deployed, blocking my view of the inside of the org. Still haven't figured out why they're so -8 on the 10 scale. Yep. Let's stand here and see if they will walk by the SP or do some other gyration to avoid me. Or maybe they're doing Saturday work for whatever business owns this lot. Oh, looks like he's getting phone tech ready. See him sitting in the driver's seat on his phone. Wonder if he's calling Osamat for directions on how to avoid the SP. Well, let's saunter down this way and see if he decides to chance it. Okay, so the sun's moved around and this part of the building is in the shade. So let's see, 9:16, we may have someone arriving to take courses. It's kind of what it looks like. Younger guy too, maybe around 30 years old. Hard to tell from this distance. Same age demographic as the person who Reese encountered. A salesman coming to our house. Turned out to be not quite so raw meat. No new arrivals in this parking lot. So we have a black car pulling into that parking lot. See if these people are a little friendlier than all the others. Yeah, it looks like a. Oops, excuse me. Looks like perhaps a woman arriving for her coursework. Maybe she'll be friendlier than the staff. Well, let's see. She's acting like someone not in Scientology. Let's see if she jaywalks across the street. Yeah, she seems to be slowing her pace a little bit. Yep, she's stopping in front of the bank. Must be calling that, asking for how to get in the building without encountering a nasty SP. Which is Sciento truck? Are you talking about this pickup truck parked down here? If it is, the One vehicle I know of is parked down the street in that van. I don't know if you can see it. Little dot of yellow, goldenrod yellow. I don't know why they paint their volunteer minister vans yellow, but they do. So the car is taking off to go wherever they are to hawk their Dianetics books. So they're driving north on Grand. Where could they be going? Nope, and now they turned left. They might be going north on Main Street. Hard to tell. I'm going to keep an eye out to see if they head south. I'm going to cross the street so I have a little better view down west of the org. All right. Finally, we're about to get our light. Now my attention is diverted. See where that woman goes. She did not park in the first parking lot. Does she live in the neighborhood or did she park down in the far lot? There's plenty of room in this lot. And let's see, we have a staff member crossing the road. Looks like he's heading to his car in the parking lot, or heading to a car. Going to the passenger side, must be getting something out of the car. And it looks like we still have our Lolita symbol out here. At least that's what a street person several weeks ago called it. So he took a little shortcut to avoid me. I was just going to tell him good morning. But I might have slipped in the Xenu word there. Hi, Fluffer. And we have a new arrival in a black Toyota. Probably a Scientologist. Looks like a public. Are they Scientology public? If they're not, if they are Scientology, they're being very coy about it. Well, we have not seen a horde of public Scientologists coming in to take their morning courses. And it's 9:27. So I would think they would start their courses at 9:30 in the morning. Where are they? So looks like we have a couple with a kid. Hopefully they walk right on by the org. Good, they are. Okay, they put out their sign this week. Several weeks ago when L. Ron Lyer was here, they did not put out their sign. What is Scientology? Better come in come on in and find out. And my response is, better off not find out. And the other side, are you your biggest obstacle? Come in and find out what you can do about it. Well, what you can do about it is to make Scientology your biggest obstacle. Then you will no longer be your biggest obstacle. So let's see, what do we have? Wyandotte County plates 963 MRT, Johnson County plate 1055 ABW. And whoever was in there found a way to sneak in. Either I missed him going through the front or he came in through the side. Still have curtain tech. Except for some reason they've not activated it. L. Ron Hubbard's office. 931. Well, I have a feeling we won't be seeing too much traffic here. So I think I'm going to take a break for a while. I'm going to end this stream and possibly start another one later. We'll see.